What's up guys, it's Will back again with another review. Today's review is actually going to be on a movie that hit theaters on February of this year, and that's Zoolander 2. I decided that when I have some downtime waiting for new movies to actually hit theaters on Fridays, I'll jump into some reviews of movies that are currently new to Redbox or popular in Redbox at the time. This will also help me add more reviews to my channel because I just started like a month or so ago. I'll also review movies you guys recommend to me if you want as well. So if there's any movie you want me to review, just let me know and I'll do my best to get it done. Alright then, so now that we got that out of the way, let's dive into Zoolander 2. Alright, so obviously Zoolander 2 is the sequel to the film Zoolander that came out in September of 2001, meaning that it's been almost 15 whole years before a sequel was finally produced and released. And for the longest time, I really did want a sequel because the first one was really funny to me and I thought, hey, why not do a sequel? Nothing can go wrong, right? Well, let me tell you, pretty much everything went wrong. This was about as much a worst case scenario as you could possibly get. I just got done watching the movie earlier today and I have to be honest, it was one of the worst movies that I think I've ever seen in my entire movie watching career. This film retains the core cast from the first film, minus Christine Taylor, who's Ben Stiller's wife, which I hope isn't a spoiler. But either way, I'm gonna tell you, she's not in the movie in any real significant way. She has a couple scenes here and there though. Owen Wilson is back as Hansel, Ben Stiller is back as Zoolander, Will Ferrell is back as Mugatu, and we have some new characters played by Kristen Wiig and Penelope Cruz. You would think that with this sort of cast that the movie would probably be funny, right? Especially when the tone of Zoolander movies were already set 15 years ago and you basically just have to give us more of the same. But no, this movie just doesn't have what the original movie had. It's not even close. This has to be one of the flimsiest and most ridiculous plots I think I've ever seen. I get that it's a comedy and it's not necessarily supposed to be the most well thought out story that you've seen, but still, I mean, it's just too ridiculous. The plot felt like a plot you'd get in like Date Movie or something. And maybe that's what they were going for here, and that Zoolander movies do mock the fashion industry, but this sort of spoof flick tone just didn't work for me in this one. It's just that nothing really makes sense and nothing in the story really connects together in a cohesive way like even the first one did. While some would disagree, I actually think that Zoolander 1 actually had a really good story and good humor at the same time. Zoolander 2's plot feels like it was thrown together last minute and rushed into production as fast as possible. Because the standard that you come to expect in professional storytelling is not really present at all here. Zoolander 2 doesn't have any of Zoolander 1's charm in regards to storytelling or humor. That actually transitioned kind of nicely because now we're going to talk about the humor in the film. It's not good. I'm not going to say that I didn't laugh at all during the entire hour and 40 minutes or so, because I did laugh some, but definitely not as much as I hoped I would. There's definitely plenty of celebrity cameos that add to the humor and sheer randomness of everything that's going on, but ultimately they can't add too much to the story because they're not really in it long enough to make a significant impact. Even our main cast is just not that funny this time around. I mostly blame this on the script, I think. I think Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson were their usual selves in the role of Zoolander and Hansel, but their jokes just weren't landing at all for me this time. Now there were some funny moments that I thought these two really shined in, but they were definitely few and far between. And I guess Penelope Cruz served her purpose for this movie in terms of filling the role of the beautiful and strong woman that obviously needed to be filled because Christine Taylor isn't really in this movie. I mean, her parts were acted fine and she did good with what she had, but none of these actors were strong enough to raise the script and the film's plot to the level everyone hoped. Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell also sort of suffered in this film as well. In Kristen Wiig's case, she was just simply not in the movie long enough to make you laugh or make much of an impact on you as a viewer. In Will Ferrell's case, he is in it long enough, but something just wasn't right with him this time around. It's almost like after 15 years, he forgot how to act in the role of Mugatu or something. The voice he did for Mugatu was just sort of different and kind of weird. If it makes sense, it felt to me like he was acting a part rather than a character you could truly believe was real. So I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 10 overall and recommend that you save your hard-earned $2 for a rainy day or just spend it on something else entirely. And like I said, I hoped this movie would be funny and good because the first one truly was for me, but this one just couldn't come anywhere close to its predecessor's level. I saw the first one and was like, oh shit, well, the first one didn't get great reviews either on Rotten Tomatoes, maybe this one is fine too. Nope. Either way, did you guys see Zoolander 2 yet? What did you think of it? If not, comment below and tell me whether you'd even consider spending $2 on it at your local Redbox. And if you liked this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future content just like this. That's all for now. This is WillFoxification signing off.